this crazy story on like Today Tonight or something?
Yeah.
And there was someone being operated on like their leg and they operated on the wrong one.
When I had my hip surgery, they drew with the biggest, thickest Sharpie, with the girth on this Sharpie.
Like the ones that they use at JB Hi-Fi for those big signs. Yeah.
It was thicker than a mid-air hot chocolate. And they were doing these big arrows and I went, what, in case you get the wrong one? And the doctor goes, you'd be surprised. She just went, like, imagine the meeting that someone goes, we've done 15 wrong hips.
Yeah.
Do we need to start drawing on them?
Yeah.
And they go, no, it's not that bad. They do 10 more wrong ones the next day and he goes, fine, get me the Sharpie.
Yeah. Or they go, we've done 20 this week and only 2 were wrong.
Yeah.
Amazing work, everyone.
Yeah, bringing the numbers down. When we went and did IVF, they tried to put the egg in me. And I said no.
This. Sorry.
And they go, fuck again.
There's editing coming. We put it in the wrong This not that
Not this stupid over here.
I think I'm going to be sick. I literally got black spots in my eyes. I can't breathe. I think this might be the end.
This is a confession from single mum who doesn't like the spice.
Okay.
He picked me up in his car, opened the car door like a gentleman. Mm-hmm. He was fun and interesting. He paid for dinner like a gentleman. Mm-hmm. Then we went back to his place and he put his tongue in my hole. Like a gentleman.
Yes. Yep. Yes, I agree with that. That is a gentlemanly thing to do.
The sensation of his tongue in my butt jolted me with a pleasurable shock, which would normally be fine. But this time it jolted me with the biggest, filthiest fart out of my person into his mouth. I don't know what's worse, the sound, the smell, or the realization that, yes, I did just fart in this poor bloke's open mouth. And she's like, it wasn't just like a little, it was just like, yeah.
In that situation, do you just hope that by staying really still, like what they did on Jurassic Park, the boy would just forget you were there and you just sit there like this and you just go, he'll forget that I'm here. Maybe his vision is motion-based and he won't know and he'll think he did the fart himself.
Well, he's not a sensor camera. He's a human. There is taste of Mexican fart in his mouth and esophagus.
Mexican food fart, yeah, right.
I didn't look at his face or even apologise. I just put my clothes on and just left.
Based on the tarpa's name, single mum who can't handle the spice, I'm thinking like, you know, she was getting out there. She was seeing Australia. She was getting back into the dating game.
Yeah.
And then, oh, God, that fart would throw you off for years, I reckon.
I saw I had a message on Tinder, but still to this day, I've never opened it. He was such a nice guy, but for me, there was just no coming back from that.
What would you do?
I think the fact that they are a stranger, you go, I could just leave and just
forget that this happened.
It's not like it was a friend or that I have to see or someone from work that I have to do. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, there's that kind of like, I can just leave and just this be
nothing
in the past immediately and I don't have to deal with it.
It can basically not exist because if I never tell anybody this, it didn't happen. I think that I would laugh and go, I'm really embarrassed and I'm so sorry. And I bet you if that person was like nice in any percentage, they would go, it's fine.
Yeah.
They would be lying, but
it's fine.
You know, they'd be like, oh, that's okay.
It wasn't just the sound, it was like the smell was like thick. But yeah, I think you go, hey, maybe just pop your tongue out of there and we'll try something else for a bit.
Yeah. Do you want to just go rinse your mouth out a little bit? Do you have any Listerine?
Yeah.
And I'll suck your swallow like a lady and then that'll be it.
And then I'm guessing not many guys, considering the last bit, like they'll go, yeah, no,
I'll cop that.
I'll cop some Listerine and a suck, and then I'll call it a great evening.
Yeah, like I think,
and we'll joke about this in time.
Yeah. Like I think you've got it, but now
you tell your grandkids.
Like,
so grandma had her tongue in grandpa's like.
No, other way around. He was tongue punching her fart box.
Literally.
Emphasis on the fart box.
I hoped and prayed I'd never see him again. Until I dropped my daughter off for her first day at school and guess who the fucking teacher is?
Mr. Fart.
I looked at him, he looked at me, My daughter ran into the classroom and I think we're going to have to move schools. Brody is from Perth and he's named his son Alice. Ellis. Alice. Brody said he wouldn't have named his kid Alice if he knew in advance that Melburnian said Alice instead of Alice.
Okay. Do you know who was in the Santa Claus movie and Home Improvement?
Tim Allen.
Who is married to Portia de Rossi?
Ellen DeGeneres.
If you've broken the law, what would that make you?
A criminal?
A felon.
Oh, a felon.
And who hosts that night show?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
Fallon, yeah.
What's that really big fruit that's like green but pink on the inside? Water.
Oh, watermelon.
If you needed assistance somewhere, what might you hit?
A bell.
And if you were going on like a little staycation,
Yeah.
you might be staying at a
Hotel.
And if you needed assistance while you were checking in, you might hit a
Bell boy.
hotel bell.
How long into a relationship were you comfortable farting in front of your partner? Or even like acknowledging that you actually poo? You know, like when you first start meeting someone or hooking up and you're like, oh, just to get something from the bathroom.
Yeah, or like, oh, I'll grab the coffee. And you're like, I'll walk to the cafe and get the coffee. And they go, I'll come. And you go, no. Yeah, I'm going to use their bathroom.
I'm going to the food court at a local Westfield to fucking let it rain.
Yeah, to let it go.
Under the guise of coffee.
Yeah.
Then you come home and without the coffee and go, oh, yeah, no, they didn't have any.
Oh, yeah, they'd run out.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, sorry it took half an hour though.
Yeah, and it's now lunchtime.
Yeah. But then what? For you, was there a...
So because
I wouldn't know because Bridget's actually never pooed.
Doesn't poo,
So
yeah.
I had not
Which
relatable
is
content for me.
So... This is like this.
I do enough pooing for the two of us. Is a line she's wheeled out a few times. She's
Which
like,
is good.
Between the two of us, we go 1,000 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's not going at all.
Yeah.
A week into being officially boyfriend and girlfriend,
Yeah.
I got diarrhea in my car in front of him and he cleaned out. So
So even if you wanted to be a prude, you...
even if I wanted to be like hot and mysterious, like I don't poo. He's like, I saw it coming out of your in the car while you vomited at the Kelmscott train station across from the KFC. You know?
Yeah, so
like it's
say
actually
whatever you say whatever you want, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Unless I'm the best gaslighter in the world, like there's
You
actually
didn't see that?
Yeah, there's actually
No,
just
I don't think that happened.
wasn't me. Who was she?
Yeah.
Like I then like turn it like the ultimate gaslight. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
No.
that must be another girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Whether you'd like to admit it or not, similar territory. Whether you'd like to admit it or not, all humans, according to science, need to fart 14 times a day.
Oh, 14?
Yeah, which is more than you think, hey?
I don't reckon I'd fart 14 times a day.
The science is in about what happens to your fart if you hold it in.
Oh.
And I guess what I'm getting at is don't be like science says 14, so just like it is
Let
what
it
it
go.
is, dog.
But that's the thing. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Why lie?
Well, this science will make you never want to hold a fart in again. Dr. Karan Raj says, instead of being released, that gas is instead absorbed into the lining of your gut, then into the bloodstream, which gets into the lungs. And so the way the gas gets out of your body is through your mouth and through your breath. Isn't that the most horrifying thing you've ever heard? You know when someone's got bad breath and you're fuck, that just smells like ass.
Like shit. Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah. It's fart coming out of your mouth.
And doesn't that sound like something a little brother would tell you?
You fart out of your mouth.
Yeah.